was there things that you need to like know? So I say, for example, I would want to know my partner's past traumas and things that may trigger them. Those kind of things that so a lot of people don't want to speak about, kind of thing. But that's something that for me, I want to know if I'm getting with someone. So that would be something that, in terms of information, I guess, from them, I'd want to know.
I just need to know that you either have a love or, you know, at least an understanding that you're trying to love up God and that, trying to love up Jesus. That's for me anyway, personally. Do I need to know your traumas? No, because that will develop over time.
Okay.
So there's a lot. So I would say in spaces that I've been in, conversations that I've had, relationship, friendship, whatever it might be, there's certain traumas that I find out 10, 15 years into the relationship compared to when we first started 1 year in terms of friendship. So I can't be like, I need to know all your traumas now, because you might not be ready. How can I say to you, I need to know all your traumas before we get together? That don't really make sense to me, because it's like I'm forcing you to be in a place you may not be in.
You're correct. Now, my kind of thing is, and I know that my thing is, it's not unrealistic, but and I don't need to. It's not like I need to know 100% of every drop of everything, but I need to have a good understanding. And I personally don't get in relationships easy. It's not going to be a...
Why is that?
Not because, to me, being in a relationship, calling someone your girl, that's a status.
Top tier.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, like, to me, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So like, some people just be like, oh yeah, I've known him a couple months. That's my boyfriend now. That's to me, someone being my girlfriend is the first step in commitment to marriage.
Yeah.
Because if you're my girlfriend, that has to be what our aim is.
We're looking to do that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's not a light thing. So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna know a person fairly well before that anyway. So I get what you're saying, where it's like, how do you expect to know that early? But I would expect to know that because it wouldn't even necessarily be early. I would have probably known this person for a while, been knowing about them, and then on top of that, so to go to the second point, yeah, you may not be ready to say, but then you may not be ready for the relationship then.
I don't think it's that. I think there's a part that I've missed in what I was saying. You may not be ready, but if you show me that you're open to have these types of discussions,
okay,
we can run that. But it's not so much that you're not ready for a relationship. It's just not you're not ready to talk about that thing. That's all those things, and that's cool. To me, that's not a. It's not so much of a bad thing. If I've seen enough of you, that makes me go, yeah, this is my wife. This can work. Why am I so worried about knowing what the traumas are? If you've ticked enough boxes, why am I so worried about knowing the traumas? You'll tell me eventually, because we've got something good here. So if we've got something good here, why am I so worried about knowing the traumas? Granted, I might need to know, well, what triggers this or what does this? But when that happens, we'll have that discussion. When I'm probably a bit more mature, like I can speak from experience where I probably wasn't mature enough to ask a question to see, oh, something triggered that. Let me ask, okay, what happened there? Why did you move like that in that situation? Oh, it's because of X, Y, and Z. All right, cool, didn't know that. Now I know that. But that comes up. Sometimes that comes up because of there's a situation that happens that forces you to question. Why did you move? Oh, I've noticed you move like that. I don't understand why. What's going on? What happened? And sometimes the person don't even know. So then how can I... That's
true.
So how can I be like, oh, tell me traumas?
See, for me, that's different.
No, but it's in the same bracket in terms of what I'm saying is, until you're ready, if we've got a good thing, the trauma thing, we can tackle it another time. There's going to be things that come up, I'm going to be like, hold on, what's going on here? Then we might have discussions. But if we've got a good thing and it's building, and I see a future with you from what I see, I should have seen enough before we tackle all the traumas. I should have seen enough. I don't think there's a reason for me to be like, oh, I need to know.
Yeah. Now, you know what? I agree. And I guess, when I think about it, I'm coming from a perspective of I'm clocking things.
Got ya.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If as you said, things are running smooth, like, and there is clearly, I've seen the indication that you're willing to open up.
Yeah.
Maybe some things, not yet.
Yeah.
That may work. That may work.
See,
still not 100% sure.
Why?
But that may, cause it's like clarity is important, bro. I really want to know the person that I'm with, and I feel like there's blocks. But no, I get what you're saying. If the person's opening up, it's like, yeah, you may know them, and if everything's running smooth, that's cool. See, me, I feel like I clock a lot, so it's like I'm a clock that, okay, how you moved about that was a bit or this was a bit so I can tell the way you handle that situation, or the way you do that, or the way how you cover up things with jokes. I know that if everything we say you joke off a serious question, I know that there's something going on in the background there.
I hear you. So just to jump off the back of that point, or back to the second kind of point that I made. Sometimes people don't know how to do it. Sometimes it's a case of you clock something. Say you clock something.
Yeah.
And the person's like, there's going to be a denial period. I don't do that. That really? I never noticed. That's going to come initially.
Yeah.
If you don't know that you do that. Secondly, you'll be like, oh, I don't even know why I do that, because then it's a realization. I don't even know why I do that. Now there's a third part where the person has to do some investigation into why they do these things. But that doesn't mean they're going to know the trauma that's behind it. Because if they haven't done the investigation previously, not to speak to you, but say for example, if you clock it and it's not in so much of it doesn't feel like an inviting space where I can fully open up about this particular thing, then for them,
okay,
then they might be like, oh, you just need to accept me how I am.
That's a sentence that ain't never worked for me.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say. If the space ain't open, the space has got to be open to have these kind of conversations. It can't just be like, oh, I've clocked this thing. Yo, why did you do this?
Yeah, no, never. Never that.
Why did you do this?
Never that. It's always a space is open thing. But there's a difference to me between not knowing and knowing, but suppressing.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've seen too many things, and it's not healthy. It's never ended well. So for me, going into a relationship, it's like I want to know what you're suppressing. Or
but that's your intrigue though. Like
if
I understand if someone's suppressing something, but sometimes it's
as I said, if they don't know, totally different.
No, but I'm saying sometimes the environment that they need to open up in first isn't a one with you. Sometimes it's elsewhere. Sometimes it's like, so for example, certain people have like parental trauma for whatever reason.
Cool.
But they might need to open up and really have the discussion with the parents.
That's a fact.
Before they can open up to you and say, this is the trauma that I'm going through.
That's a fact.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, sometimes it's a case of you want to know the trauma, but they ain't done the work yet. They ain't done the work to fully understand that thing.
Okay. Now, I guess people will say this ain't my place to say. And it's technically not my place to say.
Yeah.
But I would say it.
It's your podcast.
In that scenario,
yeah,
I wouldn't push, but I'd advise them to have that conversation.
No, I hear you. But sometimes even that doesn't always come across great, because it's back to original part. I said in a different question. Only you can change you, regardless of what anyone else says. So what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is you can advise, and then you might get frustrated because that person ain't had that conversation with this person or that person, or so that they can open up about this thing. Like frustration can build.
But that's where we can't be together now.
Why?
Because, and don't get me wrong, I'm not putting I'm not necessarily putting a timeline on it. I'm not saying, oh, talk to your mom today or tomorrow. Or,
yeah. But there's still a timeline on it though.
Yeah, there's a subconscious timeline. You get what I'm saying? If it's months, so let's say even say a year, but if it's a long time gone, you're not doing it, but this is something that is affecting you. I see is affecting you.
Yeah.
But you keep not doing it.
The person has to want to change.
No, they have to. But that's calm. They can change.
But it's down to them though.
No, it is.
So that's what I'm saying. So
but I'm not trying to change you for me.
Yeah.
I would just want that from my partner. Yeah.
Oh no, I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, for me, in my experience, I've never been like, oh, I want to know what that is. Why'd you do that? What? And sometimes it's, I don't know. All right, okay, cool. If I see it happen again, I'm gonna ask you why you do that. And be like, nah, do you think? Where's that come from? And sometimes it's not even me question when me and Sasha or me and my friends will unpack something. We're just chilling, talking, chatting. All of a sudden the conversation's got a little bit deep. Mm-hmm. Now we're starting talking about something that weren't even on the agenda.
Yeah.
Now we say, oh, right, I didn't even realize that. You know what? Maybe I am. And it's that realization in a calm conversation, which hasn't even been that thing.
See, things that, like, I've definitely been in them scenarios. Yeah. But I'm definitely a question asker.
Yeah.
Like, to an uncomfortable point for a lot of people. But then once they get through it, a lot of people are happy. Because some people, not that you should be pushing someone, and I don't like to push people, but some people ain't been asked certain questions before.
No, I hear you.
So it's like, but my thing, and I know this don't work for everyone, and I know a lot of girls won't like it as well because it's because it's forefront. But I'll just ask the direct question. Unless I feel like it's something that you know the answer to and you ain't never trying to say or whatever. I'll ask the question so that it puts the thought in your head, and then we'll see where that goes from there.
I hear you. But sometimes it's what I've experienced and what I've seen is people hear the question and it might take years of work for them to even, from when they initially hear the question that ain't never been asked to them before. And sometimes we think, like, as we've got older, we feel like, oh, people should be in a place where they're able to discuss these things. But bro, there's people who are like 50, 60, 70 years old, still got trauma that's holding them back from when they were 10.
That's real, and that's
5,
and that's the situations that I try and be in. I ain't trying to be in a relationship where something like that is the case. Yeah. And not that I'm not trying to be in friendships. But I'm gonna push my friends to I'll push my friends. I don't mind pushing my friends. Yeah, but there's certain that's a bit worse about pushing your girl and forcing your girl. I'll try and force something out of the man. No homo. But yeah, but because I see it in my male friends some things, and it's like I need you to think about. I need you to unpack that, because that there, I've clocked that's been controlling how you move for the last 3-4 years.
But it's different though. This is why it's different with your friends, what I've noticed, and the conversation's kind of gone on a tangent, which is good. It's different with your friends because you only push them so far, because you'll still be friends with them. Yeah. A lot of the time, unless it's something that's really mad, you're very much still going to be friends with them. You're still going to be like, oh, you know what, that's my brethren. Like, whereas with your girl, if your girl doesn't open up, it seems, if your girl don't open up with a certain thing, you're gonna be like, nah, I don't know if I can do this, because this is life. This is a life partner that I gotta be with. Can I really? It's a deeper one.
I know how I'm saying things feel harsh, but it's not. I'm not gonna like address it in like a bully way, or even like you're not trying to tell, man. Lock off.
No, I don't think it's that, but I'm saying, like, with the girls, with your life partner,
it matters more, so it might take less, you might question less, because it's like, if you're not trying to open up now, this ain't gonna work.
Whereas the man them, because they're still gonna, or gal them or whoever, because they're still gonna be friends, you might continually question them each and every time you see them.
Yeah.
Whereas with the girls, like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. And then that chapter's closed. But then the man them, your friends and that, you give countless chances to a degree. And you'd be like, oh, you need to look at that. And if you don't look at that and it starts to bother you, you're going to be like, hold on, what's going on? And you're going to continue to have those conversations where with life partner, the potential life partner, you might not.